For painting my roses red, someone will lose his head. Off with her head! Hey guys, it's me, Kimberly. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you guys are excited to get into some Halloween looks. So what I'll be doing is one Halloween look every single week because I don't have time with work and school to do 31 days. Maybe next year, but definitely not this year. So I'm going to start off with kind of like a not scary look. So this is the Queen of Hearts. I decided to mix together the cartoon version, who doesn't wear any makeup, has like black hair in a messy bun. I'm trying to think like what else. She carries like a scepter around. I think the live action does too, but you know, she's fat, she looks a mess, she doesn't really care about how she looks. And then the live action version where she has the red hair, obviously not anything I chose. She has a really pale face and the heart-shaped lips, just like a ton of really extreme makeup. And so I wanted to take those two versions, mix them together, and then add a little bits of myself to kind of make it unique. Some of this, like this little part, I found online, like this collar type thing, because they both have white collars, but I wanted to add it with cards. And you know, I just took some different elements to kind of make it my own. So I also wanted it to be a little bit creepy, so I added the like red vein bloodiness around the eyes. I went really red and smoky with the eyes. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to do something a little bit different, but I kept like the really messy bun. I'm not sure if you guys can really see too much of that. And then the tiny little hat, which is actually red and sequined. I found that just at Walmart in the little Halloween aisle, and it's just like $1. These cards, I just bought two packs at Dollar Tree. So again, $2, so like $3. I even made a little scepter out of the cards. This shirt is just one that I had in my closet, and I thought with like the poofy sleeves and the kind of off the shoulder white, it was kind of royal. And then I just used different makeup that I had. So it's not like a hard costume to do. If you guys were looking to recreate it, I do show you everything that I use, and I will also have everything linked down below. So yeah, this is just my first Halloween look, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into the video. We're going to start out with the Ulta Beauty Color Correcting Primer. This is just gonna like cover up any redness or discoloration in my face to make sure nothing's peeking through to the white makeup. I always like to let my primers dry before moving on to the next step. So I'm going to use the Porefessional by Benefit along my nose and upper cheek area because that's where I have the most pores. Again, let it dry before you move on. Next up is the Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid from Urban Decay in Peach. My circles are very dark and I really don't want them showing through with this very pale makeup. And I don't know the name of this sponge, it's just a random one. So I'm using the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation and some white cream Halloween makeup from Walmart. And I'm just mixing this together on a palette and then smearing it all over my face. I like to mix the two so that way it's just not like a stark white, it's just like a super white, but kind of like skin tone white. And also it kind of helps with the texture of crappy dollar makeup for Halloween. So I started off with my Morphe brush and it was just too dense, so I switched to one of my unicorn brushes, and it's just a foundation brush, and it really just helped to slather that makeup all over, but as you can see, it's leaving really bad streaks. So I do try and go in and fix it with my sponge, which was a huge mistake. It really pulled all of that makeup off. I don't know why I thought that would work. I don't know why I thought a duo fiber brush would work either. Definitely recommend slathering it on with one brush and then going in with this Morphe M444 brush. It will seem like it's taking off makeup. As you can see, it looks like it's peeling makeup off my forehead, but it really just helps to buff it out, get all the excess off, and get a nice, smooth, even layer, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So now we're going in with some makeup wipes. It doesn't matter what kind you use. I just have this Yes2 brand. And I'm cleaning all of the makeup out of my brows because they really got caked full of makeup. Again, though, you don't want to be taking makeup off your face, so have your brush handy to fill that back in. I'm also cleaning off the edges of my jawline because I want it to look not like a mask, but just like I didn't want to blend. Because this is like supposed to be really extreme, bad, almost bad kind of extreme. And then I'm just cleaning up my hair because it looks bad. So next we're going to go in with the e.l.f. contour palette, the cream palette. And I'm just going to use the lightest shade and really slather it on. Since this is such an extreme look, I want extreme contour. And I'm just using this lemon sponge that was popular like a year ago. I'm also going to add contour to my nose using one of the brushes from the Morphe nose contour set. I think I did a video on this brush set. I'm not for sure. I'll have to link it below if I did. I'm also going to do just along my chin to kind of exaggerate the shape of my chin. And I like the M444 blending with this Halloween makeup, so I figured I'd stick with that brush, blending out the contour into that Halloween makeup, just to make sure I didn't mess up the rest of the face in blending out the contour. But it is kind of big to blend out nose contour, so I did go back to the nose contour brush for that. If you guys have preferences for how you do your nose contour, let me know in the comments. But I definitely do not recommend using the sponge, as you saw from trying to spread that foundation out. So next up, we're going to go in with the Airspun loose face powder, and this is okay to use a sponge. It's actually best with a sponge. So I'm going to set my entire face with this, and I'm using so much that I practically am baking this makeup because Halloween cream makeup tends to be really terrible unless you buy like an expensive brand, and this is literally like 97 cents, the one that I used. So I'm placing this all over my face and really caking it on, and then just brushing off anything that's too much to make sure it's really blended out. And it actually made it very smooth and almost skin-like. So next we're going in with the ABH contour kit in light to medium and using the lightest shade, which I believe is called Fawn. And again, just really packing that color on there because we want extreme contour. Again, along the jawline, just to exaggerate that, you know, just the face is white. Next is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. I just wanted the lightest bronzer I had to go on this pale face. Along the cheeks, temples, forehead, and just the lightest bit down the nose. So next up is the Makeup Geek blush. I don't know the shade name. I will have to try and find it and link it down below. We're going to focus this just on the apples of my cheeks because exaggeration, again, kind of clown-like. You know, the Queen of Hearts has the bright red lips, the pale face, bright red cheeks is what I wanted. So going in with the ABH Brow Pomade in medium to dark, I'm going to place that on my palette. This kind of helps bring it to life if your pomade is a little dried out, but it also helps to make sure you're not getting too much on your brows. So I'm going to kind of underline my brows, you know, as they do in brows, but I'm growing mine out, so it looks a little bit crazy. But again, this is a crazy look, so you don't have to worry about getting Instagram perfect brows, which I never can, so placing it on there and then just kind of blending it out with a spiral brush. Now I'm just going to do the other brow off camera, and before I set them, we're going to go in with the Maybelline Master Fix setting spray. I like to completely drench my face in it, let it dry, and then go in with my Famous Lash and Brow Gel. I'm not sure why, that's just like my order of doing things. You can do it the other way if you want. That's just how I prefer. So next I'm going in with Sleek Makeup Highlighter. I will have the name of this one listed down below. There is a lot of fallout, so make sure to tap your brush off a lot if you're using this color, or this palette, or this brand maybe. Maybe all their highlighters are like this, I'm not sure. And I'm just putting it along my cheekbone like I normally would, and then packing an extra little punch of it right on the top of my apples of my cheeks to again get that extreme look. So next we're going to go in to the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Vault Palette Ring the Alarm. And we're going to start off with Rush, which is just a really nice transition shade. And I'm going to place this, you know, along the crease like you do with transition shades. I didn't use a base color because I set with so much powder, I didn't feel the need for one. I'm also going to start smoking my lash line as we go along. I'm going into the Morphe 3502 palette for a more red but still kind of light crease color. And this is a beautiful color. So I'm placing this along my crease and the outer V's and my lash line because we are doing a halo smoky eye. So really just kind of punching it on everywhere. To deepen that crease, we're going into Framed, again in the Ring the Alarm palette. Pack this into the crease and the outer V's if you're wanting to recreate this halo look. And then I like to blend it with the crease brush, like just to make sure the color gets blended out and not just too much. So to really deepen the crease, we're going in with Secret, which is the last color in the palette. And again, crease, outer V's, lash line. Get it nice and smoky. And I'm just cleaning up all of the fallout because there really was a lot from this palette, but it did brush away very easily rather than smearing all over my face and ruining the whole look. So now we're going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. And I'm just placing this where I want the halo eye because I wasn't very clean about it, and I want to make sure that the center of the eye really pops. We're going to use Bomb Ass, which is like a pinkish red, and it's glittery, but it took a lot to pack it on. And just pack this right onto the concealer. Next up is Alert, which is just a light orange that really just helped blend it into the smokiness. So next I'm going to go with Fenty Beauty Uncensored Lipstick. It's the beautiful red, and I'm trying to use this as an eyeliner. It is not working, as you can see. I put it on and it just disappears. So I gave up on having eyeliner and instead I just stuck with the eye vein things. I'm really not sure what to call these. They're supposed to look like veins, kind of bloody, but it's just like a creepy idea that I had when I was trying to brainstorm this look. So just use a really thin eyeliner or eyebrow pencil, or not pencil, brush, and I dipped it into this lipstick and just kind of went to town. It doesn't have to match or be even because, I mean, it's blood veins. I'm also using this lipstick for my lips. I am trying to create that heart-shaped lip, but as you can see, I kind of smeared and messed up, and yeah, it wasn't the easiest thing to do. I probably should have used a brush. So I tried to clean up that spot, and along that I smushed my lips together, just out of habit. Terrible, terrible habit. So instead I'm just gonna go for tiny but rounded lips rather than the heart-shaped lips. If you guys do this look, I definitely recommend trying the heart-shaped lips. Maybe you're better at it than me. I just couldn't do it. Just one more spritz of the Maybelline Master Fix Setting Spray, let it all dry, and we're done with the makeup look. For the hair, I just put on this crown and tried to make my hair like really messy and kind of sticking out. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. If you guys liked it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did you like this kind of twist on the two different versions of the Queen of Hearts? I had a lot of fun doing this, and it didn't take as long as I thought it would, so that was a big plus for me. I think the longest part of this look was honestly putting together the little props. Honestly, I'm not sure about this scepter though. I kind of thought it was a good idea at first, but I don't know yet. But yeah, that was like the longest part of the process. So if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.